What's up, real estate filmmaking community? So, as you guys know, when you guys jumped into the group, I asked you guys what is the #1 burning question you have around the technical or business side of real estate filmmaking. Thank you guys for answering the questions. I thought I might as well answer you guys' questions really quickly, really simply in a video like this. Hopefully one day we can do some lives once I get the right equipment and figure that whole thing out. But until then, I'm just gonna do it like this, answer you guys' questions in this format. So, without further ado, I'm gonna jump into some of the questions you guys have. And if you have any more questions, just pop them down in the comments below. So, Tyler Redmond asked, how can I make videos higher quality? Well, there's a lot of things you can do to improve your overall video quality. You can improve your camera, you can improve your editing, you can improve your filming, you can improve your directing, you can improve your After Effects or your titles, you can improve your grading. There's lots of things you can do to improve your overall video quality. I would say for me, the #1 thing that I've had to improve was my editing. Because I spent most of my real estate career filming on a GH4, it isn't the latest and greatest camera. So I had to really improve the editing side to compete with some of those higher end cameras. And I'm super grateful that I did that, because now that I've switched over to a GH5S, which is a much better camera, all of those editing skills have come with me. I would say don't focus on trying to get the latest and greatest gear. You need to practice, you need to hone those skills, you need to get better at your filming, walk stable, get those smooth shots, shoot with editing in mind. That alone will go a long way in improving your overall video quality. I hope that helped. It's a bit vague, so I hope that was a bit helpful. The next, Jason Jedlowski, and I'm so sorry if I pronounce you guys' names all over the place. There's people from all over the world in this group, and some of your names are super hard to say. So Jason Jedlowski asked about white balance. Well, for me, when I shoot the interior of a home, exterior home, because I shoot real estate day in, day out, I want to get in and out as fast as possible, and I might be doing multiple shoots in one day. And so for me, I just leave my white balance on auto, and the camera does a great job. If I ever notice that my white balance is out of whack, I just turn my camera off and on again, and it resets the white balance, and I'm good to go. Sometimes you set the white balance outside, you go inside, and then you realize 5 minutes in or 20 minutes in that you haven't changed the white balance since you were outside. Now all your shots are super blue, and then you have to refilm. I don't have time for that. Just shoot on auto. I know a lot of people say don't shoot on auto, but those people also probably don't shoot real estate day in, day out. Trust me, auto gives you great results, and it's really easy to fix white balance in post. So just do that. Andre Pikic, or Andre with a J at the end, Andre. I don't know how to say a name, but he asked, same thing, white balance and fluid gimbal. How do I get fluid gimbal movement? I'm guessing is what he's asking. Well, I've been on the Ronin S for the majority of my, well actually I've used the Zhiyun Crane 2. I bought the Ronin S for myself, and I also just recently got the Ronin SC. And they're all great, honestly. They do the exact same thing. It's more about learning and mastering the one that you have. But it's essential to have a gimbal for real estate. I don't know how you can get around using a gimbal. And personally, I think a gimbal is all you need for real estate. All the sliders, everything else that you can get, you can just as easily, well not as easily, but you can replicate those shots really fast, really easily with your hands and the gimbal. And so I would just do that if I were you guys. I mean, you just get better as you experience it over time, and trust me, you'll save yourself a lot of time, and a setup time is like what you really want to cut down on. I love my SC. I love the Ronin S. I like them both. what I do to get smooth gimbal shots is I set the settings on the lowest kind of pan, tilt settings so that they can be nice and smooth and fluid as possible. And then I shoot in 60 frames so I can slow it down. And I export my videos at 30 frames. And so it slows it down 50%. And if I walk nice and steady, I'm slowing it down in post. My gimbal settings are nice and slow. I make a roadmap where I'm going in my mind. I shoot with editing in mind. Another thing that I've seen a lot of you guys on a lot of your videos you've been posting in the group is that another way I get my shots super smooth is that I add warp stabilizer to every single shot. Even if my gimbal was pretty fluid, I add it on anyways because you just want to get that extra smooth 10%. I want it to look like a robot did it, not a human. So that's what I did. Move on. Ray Walsh. Different types of edits for high-end results. So he wants to know about different types of edits for high-end results. So every home has a personality, and so I like to find music that represents the personality of the home. I like to edit to the music and to the personality of the home. So a nice luxury high-end home will have slower, more classical, cinematic music, more epic music. But maybe a cheaper, more lower class home, I might use a much more upbeat and fun song. I might have a much more fast-paced edit with a lot of one-take wonders and special effects because I'm trying to make the home seem way better than it actually is. Whereas with a luxury, beautiful property, I edit slow. I want to show you everything because the home speaks for itself. Whereas on lower class homes, I've got to let the sort of editing kind of, you know, help the home out a bit. So different types, you should edit differently for different types of videos and different types of homes. So hope that helps, Ray Walsh. Eric Norfleet, switching lenses during shoots. Hey, I've got a little thing to show you guys with this one. Thanks for the question, Eric. Well, the only two lenses you ever really need is a wide angle lens and some sort of lens for beautiful close-ups. A nice art lens with a very low f-stop. Look at my two lenses that I use. I've got the Laowa 7.5 millimeters and the Olympus 25. Look how they're exactly the same weight and size. So when I put them on my gimbal, I don't have to rebalance it. I can just swap these lenses out and I'm good to go. So I discovered this by accident and it's been really good for workflow. So that's what I do. This is what I use. What I used to do what I do if I have different lenses is I'll shoot the home with one lens, either the wide lens. I'll shoot all around, get all my shots in the one lens. Then I'll swap over to a close-up lens and then I'll reshoot the home with that close-up lens, so getting all my pickup shots of the close-ups or vice versa. And so that's what I do when I have different lenses. That way I'm not trying to swap it out every 5 minutes, every different room I'm in. It's just kind of the way I worked it out to keep it nice and fast. And to be honest, because I developed a habit, even though they're the same, I kind of do that still. So there's a little tip for you, Eric. I hope that helped. Last one, David, that's his name, Dave Id. His first name is Dave and his last name is Id. I do like your name. My son's name is David. So he asked how to improve your speed ramps. This is a big question. First, you gotta film it right. If you aren't filming very good, trying to get a good speed ramp is like trying to polish a piece of poo. There's only so much you can do with it. So first you gotta film nice and smooth and keep your hand nice and steady, keep everything nice and level. And when it comes to the editing room, when you do your speed ramp, just add a nice curve to it. So don't make it a straight line. Give a nice ease in, ease out curve, and that'll help smooth it out a little bit. Also, if you add a motion blur, that helps smooth it out a little bit. And I like to add some light effects sometimes when I'm speeding up and slowing down to help enhance that speeding up and slowing down feeling. And so yeah, I've got hundreds of questions. I only answered a few today. But I want to do this more. If you have any more questions, just pop them down in the comments below, and I'll keep doing videos like this every now and then. And so yeah, don't hesitate to let me know what you want to know, and I'll do my best to answer. So peace out guys, have a great day, and I'll see you on the next one.